We're live.
Hey, wonderful. Yes, thank you. All right. So this is going to be a special thing. We're going to do a live recording for the podcast. So you're going to be a part of it, and we're going to cue this thing up. So here we go.
What you got to say about that?
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. That's what I got to say about it.
That was my 96-year-old uncle being grateful for his 96th birthday. His wish this year was to be here for his 96th birthday.
That's right.
And he made it. And this was recorded the night of his 96th birthday when he was
morning of.
the morning of.
It was
The
like
morning.
12:03 in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. The morning of. And we
Right.
were so grateful that he was there and he was so appreciative.
All right. So let's go.
Let's go ahead and cue the music.
Welcome to Loving Beyond the I Do podcast. This power couple is building stronger marriages one day at a time, talking about real issues on love, relationships, and marriage longevity. Let's break down the barriers and engage in healthy conversation with your hosts, Jason and Tina Marie. Take a seat and buckle up because things are about to get real.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Loving Beyond the I Do podcast.
With your
Live.
hosts, Jason and Tina Marie.
That's me. So what are we talking about today, Jason?
Well, this is episode number 103 of Loving Beyond the I Do podcast, which is being recorded live and then sent out through audio.
right.
So this is something special. This is something that we decided to do at the last minute because life has been kind of hectic for us.
Right. And usually we, we share the good things, but, and this is good,
Yeah.
but we wanted to share, we usually keep a lot of what goes on behind the scene and what we're doing kind of private. But I thought since I shared, with my family and the graduation, that there's another side to family. And so we wanted to share that also about all the things that have been going on with us, all the things that
Yeah.
we have been doing. And I just want to say one of the biggest things that me and my son always say, like we used to work out and people would say things. And I just want to say sometimes people think things are easy because we make it look easy.
Right.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's easy. It means we have the right mindset when we're doing it. We're doing it from love. We're doing it because we want to do it, so it makes it look easy. So we decided tonight to come on and share with you guys
Mm-hmm.
over the past 2 weeks what has been going
more.
on.
Actually, it's
Or
been
more.
longer than that.
Right. So
But we're just saying, it's just these past 2 weeks has been kind of hectic. But,
So I think the last Friday that we came on was the Friday before last, and
We were
we were in
celebrating-
Michigan.
yes.
And we were getting ready to celebrate my uncle's or our uncle's 96th birthday.
that is correct.
And his birthday was that Sunday. So I just want to say we got there, I think Thursday or Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and we worked our tails off, like
Yeah.
literally. So
Yeah.
we prepared the house,
Yes.
we went shopping,
Yes.
we helped, our cousin Lorraine, and we were like really literally working our tails
We
off.
wanted to make this one of the best birthdays.
Yes, so we were running crazy, doing everything, cooking and barbecuing and preparing and everything. So that was that Sunday,
That was
the
that
Sunday
Sunday.
before last.
Right.
And so we had a beautiful party.
Yes, it was.
so-
The weather was gorgeous.
Yes. So Jason, are you going to play the clip now? So because he was still up, he wouldn't go to bed. He was like
I
a
don't
kid.
have it yet. But go
Okay,
ahead.
so he was like a kid on Christmas Eve. Like literally, he would not go to bed. So we're trying to clean up. It's 12 o'clock midnight. We're like, Uncle Nelson, go to bed. Why are you still up? I don't know why I'm still up. Why? Like, go to bed. Tomorrow's your birthday. We're having a big party for you. He was like, I can't go to bed. So his daughter Lorraine let him open up his birthday card. So we were like, well, you can wait tomorrow. He was like, why? It's my birthday. So she let him open up his some of his birthday cards that had been sent to him early. And so we were all sitting in his room, watching him open up his cards. And he got very tearful and filled with gratefulness. And so I pulled out my phone and just recorded a little bit of it. And this is just a little snippet of what was shown. And so when we get that, we'll do it. And so he was just saying that a lot of people don't make it to 96. And he, to me, he's in his right mind. He's really getting around extremely well. Yeah, I mean, he's like a little jumping bean. So I mean, he's walking really good. And before the pandemic, he was really in excellent shape. And so it was just exciting to be a part of that. And so we stayed up all night cleaning and preparing and everything.
We did, didn't we?
And then the next day was the party, and we were just, we had a very good time. But again, we were really, really, really working it. So we wanted to come and share with you guys. So a couple of weeks back, I shared with you my family that was here in our studio with us for my graduation. And so we wanted to share the other side about taking care of family. So we have been in Michigan
off and on,
every month,
yeah,
once a month, every month since February.
Right.
So we went because he was sick, and so we were concerned. So we went to go visit him. We went in February, went in March, we went in April, and so we told him we'll be back for your birthday in May. So we came back for his birthday in May, and every time that we went, it wasn't a visit. We were really going
working
there to help take care of him because he needed it, and so so did his daughter. They needed our help because it's nice to go visit people when they're healthy, but when they need you, sometimes you have to be that person where people don't have to ask you. You just want to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. So we went to go visit him, not to have, hey, sit around and chat, but we went to go take care of him, take care of his needs, do some shopping, do some cleaning, some chores, everything that they needed to get done that both of them were not able to do because she had back surgery. And so we just putting all her business out there. But she had, back surgery, and she was still recuperating, and he had some health issues. And so he was trying to recuperate. And so we went there to see what we can do because, as I said before, you don't mind helping people who help you, right? And so not that that's what it's all about, because I don't mind helping people who don't help me, but it's really important to help family who will be there for you, and so you need to be there for them. And so Uncle Nelson has welcomed me into the family the very first day that I met him, and Jason and I were just dating at that time. And so we have a long history. So Jason and I when we first started dating, I think as friends, we went to Michigan. He took me to go meet his uncle and his cousins, and we were dating or friends or whatever. And I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, so we went around his birthday. So we would always go around Uncle Nelson's birthday. So every year we would look forward to going in May around his birthday because we knew we both had 3 days off, right? A 3-day weekend. So we could go on Friday. So we every year we went to Michigan to visit Uncle Nelson, and he would always cook us breakfast. He would take he would
take really good care of us.
He would take us bowling and whip the pants off of us, right? So he didn't tell us he was the guru in bowling. He was like, Uncle Nelson, we think we're gonna go beat
kicking our
him.
butts and stuff.
So we did that every single year until we started having kids, and that was in 93. And so we went in 93 and 94, and I think we went in 95, and then we stopped for a while until, kids start taking over your life, and then you start having to take care of them. So then we didn't go visit him until later in life, and till like the kids were like teenagers or something. Then we sporadically here and there. But that was our start. That was like me and Jason's every year thing that
was our thing, and he looked forward to it, and then we did too.
So
it was a lot of fun and a lot of getting to know one another. You just recognize people because they're your elders, but you don't really get a chance to spend that much time. But we were fortunate enough to spend a lot of time with them and really enjoy it, and that's why I came up with this title, Taking Care of Family. Because it is important because as I was sitting there having conversations with my uncle, he said that, I really appreciate you coming to help us out. He said, right now, we just need a little help. And I said, I understand that. I mean, that's fine. I'm here to help, whatever you need, Unc. I mean, like, I'll help you out. So he was really, really appreciative. I just want to I'm trying to get this video loaded up because it's kind of last minute because I wasn't gonna show it, but I'm going to. No, that's not it. But I wanted to share it with you. I just want you to show you how appreciative he was when when we were there and he was opening up his cards.
So in that video, right after that video, are you going to pause it because then it goes to our anniversary?
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yep.
So are you going to pause it?
Yeah, I'll pause.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, I learned a lot by sitting there. I learned a lot by talking. I mean, we
Yes.
just have been we've been spending so much time over there, and you could tell by the background when we're not in the studio. We're over there helping out, doing whatever we can.
And
you know?
I told Jason I wanted to set up a video and just video him because he starts talking about the past and how poor they were and where they came from and just knowledge within the family that you didn't know or things that how he's still around. Like literally, he said he was the sickest of his siblings. And I think what it was 11, 12 of them. And he's the only one living now. And how he had TB.
Oh, he had tuberculosis
And
twice in his life.
And he was he in the hospital with Lorraine that time, and he was in there for 6 months.
He was
And
in
he
there
said
6 months. The kids was there. Right. Everybody was in there. Then they were out.
But
he stayed
everybody
in the
his
ward. He stayed in the ward for like 16 months or something like
okay,
that.
16 months, and he said he
That
was
was-
the only one who lived.
Yeah,
Everybody
that
around
was
him
crazy.
was dying.
Right.
So it's
he's-
just you love to be able to sit with someone with
Right.
such knowledge and wisdom.
But when he
and-
tells that story, you can see the pain in his eyes when he's telling you that story, how he's looking at his family from the window as
Yeah.
they come to visit him. That is just, it was just gut wrenching to hear, but it was also very inspiring to see. But yeah, we're gonna get
So
into
if
it.
you
Let me
guys
see.
think that his life has been easy, it's been far from easy. But he is a trailblazer and he is a fighter.
I
and
hope
so
I got the right video. So excuse me if I don't have the right video,
So
but
I
I'm gonna
hope
try
it's
to
right.
play it.
So tonight is really special. We're going to talk about taking care of family. My family came to visit me on a joyous occasion, and we went to go visit him. It was still a joyous occasion, his birthday, but behind the scenes wasn't that joyous.
Right.
And so we wanted to let you guys know that we always, as people,
Right.
we always
Show the
show
good.
the happy times and
Right,
all
which
of
is
the-
fine.
which is good,
Yeah.
right? You want to show that, but
Right.
there's more to it behind the scenes,
Especially
And-
when and we're gonna get to your comments in a minute.
and Jason and I literally, our butts were dragging.
Oh yeah.
But we did it happy. We
Right.
did it joyous.
Right.
We
Wait,
did
wait,
it
wait till we
because
get to
could.
that. Get to this week and how that all
Right, so
unfolded.
we
Now
got-
that was interesting.
So we got a lot going on. So let's see
right.
if we can roll this video. So
okay, let's
so
see.
you
Wish me
guys-
luck
We say we're back. Not that we went anywhere, but last Friday you guys didn't see us
because we were
back
just
in
wiped
Michigan.
out.
Yes,
We
and
couldn't get up.
So we have a story for you tonight, and we want you guys to join in, and we want your comments about, the importance of being
yeah,
there.
for family.
And so family doesn't always mean blood.
Right.
Family can mean that person who has been close to you and been a part of your life forever that you would do anything for, right?
Right.
So family, we define family in different terms. And so it just so happens that this family member that we were taking care of is blood. And so we want your comments and what you think about family and being there
and
the
what it
importance.
means, especially when
And-
someone needs help.
Right.
You know?
Or how you would feel if you were in a predicament where you needed help
Mhm.
and you had no one to turn to.
Right.
So-
and this is for couples, right? Because it may be one person's blood relative, but you play an important role in that as
Absolutely.
well.
Absolutely.
So it's just it's totally
Because it could have been totally different if I had have been the wife that was like, well, why do you have to go?
Right,
Well, why
right,
can't his
right.
daughter do it? Why can't
Right.
his family do it?
Right.
So we have it's mindset, it's perspective, and it's where we are in our lives centered in Christ, where we understand that sometimes we need to be there for people, and
When they
whether
can't-
they ask for it or not.
right. All right, here we go.
Let's see if this
Good
video
luck.
works. All right.
What you got to say about that?
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. That's what I got to say about it. Yes.
All right. So
I pulled it off. Yes.
He was opening up his cards.
Right.
And
So this is like 12:01, 12:03 for his birthday.
8 a.m. in the morning.
Yes,
So
Lord.
we're still trying to prepare for the party that day or the next day, and he was opening up his birthday cards and he was reading them, and he was very touched. And there's more parts of it, and he was like, "Wow, like I'm really loved." And Uncle Nelson is that uncle that like always helps everybody.
Always.
Always helps no matter
And I
what.
asked him that question too. You know, why? Why did you?
And it wasn't just family. He said that he helped.
Right.
He
He
said
helped.
he
He helped a lot
of people.
Right.
Who just need a direction in life.
Right. So I want to kind of fast forward to this weekend when there was a situation that came up. Matter of fact, we were there
So
for.
you want to fast forward? Let's just go through the thing. Let's
Okay.
go.
Hold on one second. I just want to say.
Okay.
Rita,
Let's recognize everyone.
yeah,
Now remember, guys.
Rita
we cannot,
Lindsay. We can't. Yeah, we
we
can't see.
cannot see if you're on. So
Right.
if you're part of our live, we cannot see your name. If
Unless
you
you-
want us
unless
to
you
say
comment.
hi, just make a comment, and so
Right.
your name will come up so that we can recognize you and
Rita
thank
Lindsay.
you for being a part of our
Hey,
show.
sis. Vanya. Hey, good evening, family. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Dennis, what's going on, man? How you guys doing over there?
Happy Friday. Happy
Yeah.
Friday,
Oh,
Dennis.
yeah.
All right.
Leo in the house. Leo, how are you, cuz?
Yes. So, all right. So, we have recognized everyone who has
So far,
who
yep.
has spoken. Oh, no, you got some more.
okay.
All right. So, Leo, have a
Kim,
wonderful
how
uncle.
are you?
Yes.
And, yeah, congratulations on the grandbaby, too.
Yes. Hi, Kim.
Yeah.
All right. Who else?
America. Hey, cuz,
All
what's
right.
going on, man?
All right. So,
All right.
hello, America. All right. So, this is how it went down, right?
Yep.
So, we got off work, zoomed to Michigan,
Mhm.
and then we had to set up for our Friday Night Live.
Right, so we come in the
This
door,
is 2
busting
weeks
the
ago.
right. So we busting the door down, setting up and everything, trying to hook up. We transform their living room and all this other stuff, so
Right.
we can come on live.
All right. So, we do our Friday Night Live.
Angela.
We get off Friday Night Live and we immediately start cleaning up, right?
Yep.
So we're already tired from the week because we've had a lot of things going on.
Right.
So then we have the party Sunday, and we literally
Lanice, what's going on,
we
family?
partied all night. Like this is a 96-year-old's birthday. We partied all night.
Yep.
I think the last person left at 10:30, 11 o'clock.
And he
something like
stayed
that.
up the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then he comes upstairs and he's like I'm ready to go to bed. I think that wore me out. But that was funny. So just to give you a breakdown, so that's Sunday. That Monday was Memorial's Day. So we
Yep.
stayed because we were so tired
Right.
that we stayed Monday.
Mhm.
So we're there Monday and we're cleaning. Now we're not just there doing
Right.
anything
We got to
because
clean up
after
for the party.
after the party,
Comes
you
the
got to clean
cleanup.
up,
Right.
right? So we and while we're there, we're being the host, so we're filling everything, we're doing everything, we're running up and down the stairs, and so Monday
Yep.
morning, and we're so tired. So now we have to wash the laundry and clean everything up and put everything in place. So we're preparing. Jason and I are preparing to leave to go home.
Yep.
And his daughter says she doesn't feel well. And he had started getting some swelling on his legs and things.
Yep.
So they decided to go to the hospital, right?
Yeah.
So we're there. It's Monday night.
It's time for us to start heading back to Chicago. Now they want to go to the hospital.
Yes. So we don't make it to the hospital. They decide that they're going to go to the hospital at 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
11:30 at night. Okay.
Yeah.
So we arrived to the hospital at midnight.
Yep.
So we're all sitting in the hospital.
Mhm.
And so we're all looking crazy because it has been a long weekend.
Yep.
And so they take them both back, and they're like, "Wow, it's a family affair. Are you guys part of it too?" I'm like, "I need to."
I hope not. I was like, I just look bad
I'm like,
I'm
I need a
tired.
bed, right? So we stay with them until they actually admit both of them. So
Lanice, just to get you caught up, I know you probably came late. We're talking about my uncle. I know
So-
that
so,
you
well-
noticed that we were in Michigan the past few.
well, we're not really we're
weeks.
talking about the uncle, but we're talking about
Right.
what has been going on
with us.
in
We're
the
just
past
bringing you up to
2-3
speed
right,
with
2 or
us,
3
right.
weeks, and we're talking about it because we're talking about family.
Right, but she was saying, well, who are you talking about this particular
Oh,
time?
okay.
So that's all. And I was
Okay.
just bringing her up the street. I was just
Okay.
bringing Lanice up. Yeah,
What's
it's kind of a funny story. It's gonna get even wilder. So So yeah, so we get there, and I'm gonna speed up through this.
Okay, so
we get there.
No, I'm sorry, we go at the hospital.
I know,
so
we're
we
at the
leave
hospital.
We leave them like about 2 o'clock, about 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm like,
we
I
leave
gotta
the
get to
hospital
bed.
at 3 o'clock in the morning. We go back, and I finish cleaning up, and Jason gets in the bed and goes.
Right,
to
because
sleep.
I got to drive. Right.
So we're still trying to. I'm trying to get everything tidy because now they're in the hospital. I know when they come back, I want to make sure the kitchen's clean, the stove
Everything,
is clean,
yep.
any leftovers. Like I'm putting.
And
now
I'm trying to
putting it
sleep
in the
so I can
freezer.
drive.
Right. So now I'm putting the food in the freezer because before I put it in the fridge because they were going to be home.
Right.
So now I'm trying to pack everything up. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We're
And
getting
then we get
everything together.
Right, and
Jason
then-
goes to sleep. I finally go to sleep at 5 o'clock.
Then my clock goes off at 6. It's time for me to get up. I look at my
I'm
phone.
looking cross-eyed.
I'm looking at my
cross-eyed.
phone, and my cousin texted and said they're gonna keep Daddy. I said okay.
So
I said all right, fine. Then we're definitely we're heading back. So we head back.
we get on the road at about 6:15, 6:30.
Right.
I've had like 1 hour sleep.
So we get back. So we make it back safely. We get
Nope,
set.
we don't go to sleep.
We don't go to sleep. No. So then we were scheduled to be at a conference that week. So
That
we
night.
got
That
back
night.
that Tuesday. Then we had to go off to a conference. So we drive off to the conference, and we're there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thursday was Wednesday was our 31st anniversary. So we celebrated a little bit and everything. So I'm at the conference Wednesday,
So
Thursday.
now we're gonna show the picture of us for the anniversary.
Oh, okay.
So now, we get in on Tuesday.
What you got to say about that?
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. That's what I got to say about it. Yes.
How old are you?
No. You can make a wish and fan it.
Yeah.
Right. So we celebrate our anniversary. That's Wednesday. So Thursday night, and we're at the conference.
Thanks, Lanice. We appreciate it.
Thank you. So we out trying to be grown, trying to celebrate too. We tired, but we're out drinking and trying to celebrate, trying to
Yes,
get
that
it
was-
in. And so we're at the conference, and Jason gets a text message that
Oh, I get a call because I'm concerned. Like I haven't heard anything. It's Friday, right? So I called just to.
Thursday.
No, it was Friday.
No, it was Thursday. We knew Thursday.
No, we did not know Thursday. We knew Friday when I found out. Right. So I called just to check and see how everything was.
No, this okay.
So I said, so I reached out to my cousin. She goes, "Oh, how you doing?" I'm like, "Fine." I'm like, "I haven't heard anything. How are you guys doing? So bring me up to speed." And then she goes, "Yeah, they need to release Daddy, but he don't have anywhere to go because I'm in here, and he does not want to go to rehab, but he don't have a choice." So I said, "Oh,
Old people are
wow."
so
I
funny.
said, "Okay, fine. I said that's tough, right?" So I call the hospital. I call his room, thinking I'm gonna do something, right? I'm gonna
I said, Jason, call him
Right.
and let him know it's okay to go to rehab.
And I
like, just
think-
give him a sense of
yeah,
it's gonna be all right.
it's gonna be all right. I'll be there soon, of that, right? So then, this is the funny part. So I talked to him. I say, "Hey, Unc, this is Jason. Oh, how you doing? Yeah, we making it over here. Everything is going fine." I'm like, "Okay, wonderful. Hey, listen, I understand that, you about to get released and they want you to go to rehab. I need you to go to rehab for a couple of days until, Lorraine
I think
gets
you said
released." I said 3 or 4 days.
Right.
He cut it down to a day.
A day or two.
A day or two.
I go to a day
I
or
said,
two.
"Fine. I'll take whatever I can get at this point. Go for a day or two, right?" So I was like, "Okay, fine." I called my cousin back. I said, "Hey, listen, he's down with it. He's going to go to rehab, walk around there." So she walked around there to his room and said, "Daddy, you going to go?" He goes, "Yeah, I think I'm going to go." "Yep, I think so." And then he said, "Okay, great." So they started doing the paperwork and all this other stuff. So by the time she left his room, he picks up the phone and calls her room. And he goes, "Somebody got to come and get me. I don't want to go to rehab. I can't go to rehab. Can Jason come and get me?" He said, "I got some money. I'll pay him. Can he come and get me?" I said, "Lord have
Now,
mercy."
we're at a conference.
I'm at a conference, right? I'm in between breaks and stuff. And she called me back. She said, "Daddy said that he'll pay you if you come and get him because he just got some birthday money with
He
these
said-
cards."
He said, tell my nephew tell my nephew needs to come and get me. Right. My nephew, he told the staff, I'm not going to rehab. I got a nephew who's gonna come and get me. Now he already told him we coming to get him, right?
And I said, what? I just talked to him and we agreed. She
We
said,
just
yeah.
left. We had just left Tuesday.
I said,
It's
I haven't even
Friday.
unpacked the clothes that I had when I was over there. I'm like, how am I gonna just drop what I'm doing and head over there? So we're bouncing the stuff around. Lorraine, my cousin goes, I don't have anybody. I don't have anyone else. I
So
don't
we're
have
like,
nothing
who
to
do.
do.
You have there that could pick him up
Right.
and stay with him until you get out,
Right.
right?
She
And
said, I
she's
have
like,
nothing.
Nobody.
She said, I got nothing. I got nothing.
She's calling around, seeing if anybody. Can
Everybody's
come
busy, right? And I'm like, I'm busy too, but I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm talking to Tina. I'm like, man, I'm still here, and all this other stuff. You start thinking about all the things that you need to do and you have to do, and we all busy, and I get that, right? So I remember I received a text probably about a week or so ago from my sister-in-law, and it was about being in a position to help someone when they really need it. Taking time out from yourself to be able to help somebody when you're able to, whether you really want to or not. And I thought about that, and I'm sitting there at this.
And your wife said, so he calls me. He said, Tina, what do you want to do? I said, it's up to you.
Yeah.
And then he says, well, he can go to rehab for a couple of days. He just,
Right.
he
And then
just
I
won't
can-
know. I'll let
right.
him take him. And I said, now,
Mm-hmm.
if he gets to rehab
Yep.
and he thinks you're coming to pick him up, your butt is going to be grass because he's going to be very upset
Right.
to
So
find out he's in rehab and not at home.
So needless to say, I cut the conference short. I said, "Hey guys, I'm out. I gotta leave." I jump in the car and we drive back.
We jump in the car and we drive
Right back
well,
where we just
we
came.
stopped into the house to again switch the clothes out,
Yeah.
add some more, take out some stuff, So
Yeah.
then we get back on the road,
And we get there.
and so the hospital is holding him until we get there.
Right.
So he tells the hospital staff, "My nephew is coming to pick me up. He's gonna be here." The hospital's like, "You got to be gone by 8."
I'm like,
Come
I'm
on
not
now,
gonna.
we're not even go.
I said,
come
I'm not
on.
gonna get there by 8. I'll be there. Guarantee you that.
So this
but I'm
is
not
the
gonna be there
funny-
by 8
This
o'clock.
is the funny thing. We get there at 11:30 at night, and the girl who normally gets people
The
ready to leave,
transport
the
and stuff, yep.
transporter, she comes into the room. Now remember, he's a patient and his daughter's a patient. They're both in the hospital together. She's around the corner. So the girl walks in and she's looking like, okay, who's leaving?
what?
Right, there's 2 people here, and then she was like, I've never seen somebody leave at
11 o'clock
11:30
at
at night.
night.
I said, there's a first time for everything.
Right.
And it the hospital staff was so confused. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we just literally drove all
I
the
think
way
they were
from
more
Chicago.
shocked, especially the nurses and stuff on the floor. Like, you actually came? I'm like, yep, I actually came. And he was ecstatic when we walked in the room. We get him dressed and we get him home. And then that starts up a whole nother week, which is interesting.
So we get there, we picked him up from the hospital Friday. And the funny thing is, guys, that when you're older and they're trying to make sure you have an appetite, they give you this pill for your appetite.
Yeah.
We get him home and he says he's hungry.
Every
We feed
2 minutes he's
5
hungry.
minutes later, 2 minutes later, I'm hungry. I want something else. We cook something else. We give. I said, "What? They got a table
I'm in
over
the
here?"
I'm in the kitchen sweating my behind off because I can't make
You guys
enough
think-
food.
You guys think we kidding? Like literally,
Right.
he was like every 2 to 5 minutes.
I want some
he would
okra.
Eat, he would
I
eat
want
a
some.
whole bunch of stuff.
I want a leg. I
He
want
wanted
a
a
chicken
whole-
wing. I want a this. I want a that. I'm like, oh,
And-
this stuff is not ready. I'm trying to cook this
So
stuff.
we cooking breakfast, we cooking lunch, we cooking dinner, and we like, look, it's time to go to bed. So once we figured his stomach was full enough to eat, we put him in bed. But the whole time we were there, so we stayed there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, after a while.
And
it's
so
just-
we had to get back home Friday, right? So
Mhm.
the whole point is that we were there, and even though we have funny stories, the whole point of this is that the time we were there, it was challenging for everyone, but he's
Yeah.
a very funny individual.
Right.
And one thing about older people or mature people is that they want what they want and they don't want what they don't want.
Yep.
So I told him I had to bring out Ward and Tina.
Yeah.
right? Because he's like, I'm not eating it. I'm like, I cooked this,
You got to eat it, man. We got nothing else here.
but it was
I cooked so many different things at one time. I was cooking extra stuff, like we had people coming over just in case he might ask for it, right? Well, I was looking in the pantry and everything else, like what else can I cook? I want some pancakes, I want some eggs, I want them scrambled. Now I want a
want
fried
bacon.
egg. You got a chicken leg in there, you got some ribs from last week.
chicken wings. He was eating up everything,
Right.
and he wouldn't let us out of his sight, right? But the funny thing is this: so we got him back. Everything is good. We're nursing him back to health, and then eventually Lorraine comes home, and so we're both of them are still weak, and they
Right.
still need someone. So we're there and we're helping, and we're up and down, and we're doing everything right. So he's good. He's good up until the point before we say we're leaving. So he
Yeah.
every day you leaving? No, we're gonna stay another day.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we
This
need
was
you.
hilarious.
We thank you. So gets to the point we say, okay, we're leaving today, right? But we didn't tell him. So I come upstairs and I say, well, how are you feeling today? And he's like, oh, I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
I'm
because I
feeling
went to
really
the
good."
store and I bought him some ham hocks, and he put them on. He started cooking them.
He cooked himself.
I said,
sticky rice.
I can't do the ham hocks, man. I have no idea. He said, oh, that's all right. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. He said, it's been about a year since I had them. I'm going to go ahead and put them on. I said, okay.
Let's read these comments. So he told me he was feeling great. Oh, I'm feeling really good. And we had got the swelling off of his legs because they had started coming back up. And so what America said. And so it was so funny. He was literally,
fine,
he
right.
was great. And so I said, okay, we're packing up to get ready to go. You guys leaving? Yeah, we're going to go today. What'd he do, Jason?
Oh, he swizzled up like he just like fell out. He just like completely fell out. He's like, you know what? I got chills. I don't feel good. I don't. I
He
said,
started calling Jason
Every
every 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Jason. Jason, go in the room.
Yeah.
I got chills.
I need you
Jason,
to rub my back. All right, I'm rubbing
I
your
need
back.
you to rub my
Yeah.
legs.
I need some water. I need some
some
drink.
ice cream.
Yeah.
I said, what the?
I'm like, I'm walking. I said, man.
I think I need to go to the hospital. I said, why, Uncle Nelson?
I said,
"Oh,
why?
I got chills. I said,
Let me get the thermometer. I got it. I said, wait a minute, hold on. So I feel. He said, yeah, I feel hot. Don't I? I'm like, no, you don't feel hot. I said, but let me get a thermometer. I get a thermometer. I said, you're 90 something. I said, you're
97. He was 97.
97 point something. He goes, ooh, that's kind of high, isn't it? I said, no. I
Uncle
said,
Nelson, the
no, you.
right. The regular is 98.6. You're a long way from it. It was so funny. He literally did not want us to leave. He like fell out in his bed.
Yeah, that was
"Oh,
hilarious.
I'm so sick. I don't feel well. Uncle Nelson, there's nothing wrong with you. Yes, it is. I think I need to go to the hospital for chills. I'm like, nothing they can do for chills. I ain't never felt like this before. I said, this man is something else.
Yeah.
Old people are a trip.
But they
Let's read
want,
this- let's read these
they
things.
want what they want, and he, I told him, I said, look, it's going to be okay. We got your medications, taken care of. We talked to the nurse that comes twice a week and stuff. So we had good conversations, and everybody was on the same page and everything. So we had everything like super dialed in.
Scheduled
So
everything. His
everything
eating,
was going
every
good.
morning we were getting up feeding him.
Right.
So read the comments because I don't
Yeah,
want to get too far
I
behind.
got you. All right.
Leo said happy anniversary.
Yep.
Thank you. Happy late anniversary.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank
We
you,
greatly
Leah.
appreciate that. Wow, cousin. Now that's what I call the heart of a servant. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beyond. You guys
Yeah.
don't even know half of it.
Yeah,
But yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah, that
yes. But
was,
it was all worth it because getting him back to be able to stand on his own 2 feet. And he was just, when we picked him up Friday and Saturday morning, he was so vibrant and so
Oh,
happy.
he was.
He was just like a little kid. He was just hopping around.
Right.
It was so funny. I was looking at him because he had his door open. And so Jason was supposed to shave him. He got up and he was in the bathroom shaving himself and wiping his face. And I was just like, look at him. He came out with his little T-shirt stuck in his pants like a little old man.
Talking about being proud.
And,
Oh,
right, he was walking. He was just so happy that he was able
at
to
home
come
in his bed.
home,
Yeah.
and we were there. That we came and picked him up, and that's what it's all about, right?
Right.
So he was like, I want some ice cream. I want this. I want that. And he was like, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to get this.
I said, yeah, you wouldn't have got this in the rehab, man.
Yeah.
Not this short order cook stuff. You'd
Yeah.
have ate what they had for you, and that's it.
And so when she
Leo,
said-
thank you so much. She said, God has a great blessing with your name on it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I just hope that when our time comes and we are in need of someone, that
Yep.
God sends a servant to us.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're
Vanya. Vanya says taking care of others is more than a job.
amen.
Amen. It
Amen.
is. But you know what? And Vicky said, "LOL." Yeah, it was funny. It was funny because we were delirious. We didn't know if we were coming or going. So Tina had put a post out and said that, hey, we were going live on Saturday. We were laying on the couch and we
Man,
were not. We could
Right,
not
so
move.
we had actually planned on trying to do a Friday live, but we couldn't because by the time we picked him up at 11:30, we were gonna do it on the road. We were like, maybe we do the Friday night live on the road. We didn't have anything set up. We were tired. We looked a mess. I was like,
I
you know
look
what,
over
we'll
at that
just do it
bag. I was like,
Saturday.
I ain't touching nothing. Right. But
Saturday.
check this out. Once an adult, twice a child. That's funny because my sister called me on Saturday. Rita called me. She called me on FaceTime. She said, hey, what you doing? I said, look, the baby's sleeping, so are we. I said, so I'll call you back later.
So we were like, Lorraine was in the hospital, and we were saying, Lorraine was like, I said, Lorraine, when the baby sleep, we sleep. When he up, we gonna be up. Cause normally we don't go to sleep during the day. We were so tired.
I was out.
When he laid down to take a nap after he had ate everything that we could possibly get our hands on, Jason and I were like, we laying down.
Yeah.
We just lay down on the
Yeah.
couch. We just
I
lay
just
wherever
face
we
planted.
were.
That's why I did.
Yes, and this is the funny part. So
Family love. Thank you, cousins, for your. Hey, you know what? As I'm sitting here talking to Uncle Nelson, and he goes, "That's what family is for." And I was like, you know what? You're right. You know, I was like, you know what? I do it out of love. I just don't do it. I do it because you were good to us. I
and
do it.
because we love you,
And because
need
you
us.
love
And
you. Right.
like I said before, the thing is that you want to be able to do something for somebody without them having to ask you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
We didn't have to do it the first time, the second time, the third time, and the fifth time we didn't have to do it, but we did it because we don't mind doing it, and
Right.
we know that person needed us. And the thing is that it's no big thing to be there when people don't need you.
Right.
It counts when
But
someone
at this
needs you
time,
and you
but
can
but
be
at this time,
you can be a blessing.
whether they ask or not, they really need it because both of them are going through some health challenges.
Yes, yes, yes,
and,
yes.
and they both need it. So
Yeah, so we were
you
there
know.
taking care of both
Both
of
of
them,
them.
trying to let both of them get their rest.
Right, and recuperate some.
yes,
Right.
yes.
So we were
It-
both
it can
hopping.
be a-
We
it can be
we get to the fork, and then Tina go to one room, I go to the other. We
Back
taking them
and
food.
forth, back
yeah.
and forth. So, and I remember taking care of my mom, and it's more than a notion.
Yep.
You know, people who
We both did
who
that.
have not been in that predicament, who don't know what it really takes. So, if his daughter is ill and she's not 100%, it's going to be hard to take care of your parent, and you want to, but you can't. You physically and mentally cannot. So that's when you need support and backup. So Marcus says, let's bring up Marcus. Okay.
She said, "Happy anniversary, happy belated."
Thank you.
Thank you, Marco.
thank you.
Marco also said something here that I wanted to do.
Oh.
To say here. That was one of my things to do this year is the video recording documentary of my grandparents' family is everything.
Yes.
Marco, I will say this. Do it.
Yes.
Because it's something that we plan to do, but we have not done it yet. And this is about as close as we did with the video. But I want to sit down and get a story because when he started to tell me these things, leaving Mississippi at the age of 17, coming to a
Scared.
place
Yes.
that he did not know, coming to a relative, an auntie that he had only written a letter to. He had never met Aunt Millie when he came to Detroit.
Chicago.
No.
First he came
No,
to
he came
Chicago.
right, but he was coming to Detroit. So at 17 years old, he's scared of all these, things that people have been telling him in the
You
South
gonna
about
die,
what up
you gonna
north.
get
Yeah,
killed, and-
yeah, all this
yeah,
stuff. The big city is not for you. So
Right.
he's telling me this story with tears in his eyes, like he was 17 years old on that bus on his ride from Chicago because he came up north with Aunt Ruth.
His aunt. He came
his
up
aunt.
with one aunt, and then
he was
gathering-
going
she
up-
put him on the bus to go to Detroit with his other aunt, and
Yep.
he was talking about he was 17. He had no idea. He had no knowledge of up north and the big life, and he was scared. He said he was shaking. He was literally shaking on the bus, not knowing what to expect or what to do.
Right, but he knew it had to be a better way, and he had to try to take care of his parents. So he did. I mean, it all worked out, and he did a lot for a lot of people. And like I tell him all the time, we're appreciative.
So maybe we have to take another trip down there when
Oh,
he's
it'll be another
over
one.
there when he's a little bit better, when we can actually be video
Yeah.
instead of actually working and caring for him, because we just didn't have the time for video. we didn't have time for sleep. So it was quite a lot, but
But we've been through.
through all of those things, he would always do or say something that was extremely funny or out of the ordinary. You know, he's just say stuff out of the blue, right?
Yeah.
You know.
And I said, man, how do you? I asked him before I left this last time. I said, how do you remember all your nieces and nephews, man? You
And
know?
their birthdays.
And their birthdays and all this. I'm like, man, I have a hard time remembering the few little people I know. So he goes, I don't know, you know, I just know. He's like, you know, he cared about his sisters and he wanted to, you know, my sisters had babies and I just wanted to take care of them. So any way that I could, I wanted to do that. I wanted to bless them.
He talked about how poor his parents were. So I had made some cornbread, and so he said he wants. So last time I was there, I made him some cornbread. Well, I made some chicken and dressing because Jason's mom, she showed me how to make chicken and dressing. So I said, "Do you want some chicken dressing?" I made him some chicken and dressing, and he loved it. But you know, I have to take some cornbread left over, so I asked him, "Did he want some cornbread?" And he was like, "Oh, you don't have cornbread by itself. You need some buttermilk." So he said, put me some buttermilk in a cup and give me the cornbread. So he put the cornbread in the cup with the buttermilk, and he was eating it like it was ice cream and cake.
Yeah, but it was interesting though. But when he was sitting at the table, he got lost, right? He was into this buttermilk
His
and cornbread,
mind took him
and he
all
was
the
just
way
you could
back.
just see how he was tasting the buttermilk and cornbread. And I said, "Oh, you eating that like you a kid?" He said, "Man, this is
Taking
remind
me
me
way
back when
back.
I was a kid." He said, "Sometimes this is all we had to eat.
All
day.
day.
We had this. Don't come back for nothing else. This is it.
He
you get
said,
some
when
cornbread."
I tell you we were poor, we were poor. He said we would get buttermilk and cornbread for the entire day. And you could tell that the taste, you know how sometimes you have a smell, you can smell something that takes you back to a place in time?
Yeah.
Same thing like that. So he was eating it, and you could see
He was like a
that
kid.
he was back where
Right.
he was young with his mother, and he told us about how she would always have rice every morning. And so, you know, everything brought up a story, and he's very sarcastic too. So
Yeah, I want to get the volume. Yep, my gramps. Yeah, Aunt Ruth. Yep, she sure did. She told you this story. Yep, yeah, that was really. She's the one that brought him up from Mississippi. He rolled up here with her, and then she put him on a bus and sent him over to Detroit.
little niece.
All right.
Little niece. Oh, okay. I would love to hear his story.
Yeah. We're gonna try to record that. Happy
Yes,
anniversary,
yes,
cousins.
yes.
What was your anniversary date? Ours was on the 24th for 36 years and counting. I heard that. Ours is June 1st, and it was for 31 years. So we're right behind you. We're hot on your heels there, man. We're hot on
But
your
we're
heels.
never gonna catch you.
Never gonna catch you.
All right. So, what does that one say?
Y'all know what was my daddy.
Y'all know that was my daddy.
Yeah, I know. With the dates and stuff. Did he take over
Yes.
for Cuz? Because
yeah,
you know what?
that was your daddy used
You
to
know
always
what's
remember
funny?
my birthday
You know
too.
what's funny, Vanya? We talked about Calvin. I said, you know what? He used to always tell me, Kick, we all gonna get old and ugly, Kick. So you better be good to people. And we just we were sitting on the bed and we were kind of joking about that. I said, yeah. He's like, yeah. You know what? I never thought, but he said at this point, yeah, I just need some help from people. I just need help. That's all. I said, yeah, that's fine. I said, yeah, you at the part where you're getting old, so
And
you all
he
good.
was so humble and so grateful that we came to help. And it's not about that, but we do it out of love.
Yeah, we are. I mean, our
Yes,
family
yes.
is rich. We have a lot to be thankful for, and the things that we have that has been shown us. I mean, like.
And the thing is that we forget as we grow up that these people have these stories
Yep.
and these things that we don't even know about, we don't even think about.
Right. Yeah,
and it
'cause
would be so nice. Like I told you, I was like, Jason, we got to film
I
him.
do
We
have to record it because
yeah, we have to do a documentary just getting all his knowledge and wisdom because he is the last child of his parents that's here, and he's 96. And so he was, like Jason said earlier in the broadcast, he said what he wanted. His daughter said, Daddy, what do you want for your birthday? And he said, I want to be here.
Right.
And so he made it to his birthday, and that.
And we
to
wanted to make
him,
sure that he was going to be shown a lot of love. Now you got
He
listen.
loved it. He
We had a
loved his
party, but
birthday.
there's not a lot of people around to celebrate his birthday because all his friends are basically gone. So
people his age,
right.
But there was a
But
young lady
that-
came, his
that
daughter's
came-
friend,
right.
brought her dad.
that grew up with
her.
Dennis and Lorraine, and she brought her dad, and he was
She went back
95.
and got her dad, and
Right.
she said he'll be 96 in December. So
Right, and they
sat
sat
there and
together
talked.
and
Yeah,
they
that
talked.
was
That
nice.
was
It's
great.
nice.
That was
Yes.
good. All right, America says, yes, our grandparents
Parents.
were
Were
extremely
actually-
poor,
Mm-hmm.
but they were givers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We are receiving the,
The
harvest of their giving hearts. We are truly blessed.
You know what?
Yes.
That's true. You know what? I was only 3 when Papa passed away. My mom I met a few times, but I was only 10 by the time that she passed. But yeah, I see it. I mean, I see it in all my aunts. I see it in my uncle. So I see it in all my family members. I mean, you see it all the way down the line.
I know I was looking at him on the bed, and as he was saying, he was so
grateful.
thankful and grateful. I said, Lord, he looked like my dad.
Yeah, he did.
He
It-
looked like
yeah,
Jason's
yeah,
mom.
yeah.
Everybody looking alike.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Leo.
Yeah, and you know
Leo
what's
said-
funny though? He was sitting there and he told me some stories about my mom. I remember, your mom was born and then how she came to live in the house and how,
Some
all,
stories we
all
didn't
these
know.
different things.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow,
different
really?
dynamics and different stuff. And
Yeah,
you just,
it was just,
it would be nice to really hear from his perspective. Not that he knows everything, you know
No.
what I'm saying? Because different people have different perspectives, but it's nice to get a story from someone who that you can pass down when your kids, you know what I'm saying? To have someone, wow, this was our great uncle, or, my great uncle, or whatever, So if Jason and I get the opportunity, we definitely gonna video, but hopefully, he can.
Yeah,
he's in
we
a
will.
place-
He just
Yeah.
needs to be in good enough health to do that. Yeah. So Uncle Nelson told you stories. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's a wealth of information, Vicky. He will definitely
Yep, that's-
enlighten you on a lot of different things.
He
in the
said
family.
that sound just like Calvin. Sure enough.
Yeah,
Yep.
well,
Yep.
yeah,
You
kid.
go get old and ugly.
Yeah.
Let's go to Barney. What did Barney say?
Man, my dad was funny. Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
But he did love his family.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. We
Yes.
talked about that too.
All
Yeah.
right, let's go to Lenise.
Yeah, I am Lenise. That's my goal. My goal is to get him on videotape, and just share some of these things, this childhood stuff. Some things, I mean, we just, I didn't know, and I appreciated all the stories. I really appreciated learning so much about my mom as a child. Because by the time I came along, she wasn't sharing those things. Her nor my grandmother was really sharing those things. But he shed a lot of light on my mom in her
lot of
early,
things. A lot of things.
in her early years, and I was always appreciative in things of them, but that really helped me out. So I greatly appreciate it. So I want to kind of turn the tables just a little bit, and it's kind of like the reason why we have respect and we love and we care for an individual is because how we were raised, right?
Not only that, but also how people treat you.
Right.
Right? So
Right.
he was younger once when we met him,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't have to be that warm, open-hearted, love, fun, caring person, right?
Right.
You have a lot of relatives that are very different,
Right.
right? So the thing is that people want to be loved and respected, but if you have to ask yourself, am I giving love and respect?
And that's where I'm going.
You said, well, my family doesn't treat me like that, or my sister doesn't treat me like that, or my uncle doesn't treat. Well, what are you putting out?
Right.
What are you putting out to receive that what you want?
Right.
And so, like I told Jason, we like literally these past 2 weeks have really been a lot
A
on our
blur.
mind, on our body.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on you. Not only taking care of him, but taking care of both of them and taking care of the house and trying to do
Still
everything.
have a business
and-
to run.
And you're what? How many miles away? from
Just 200 miles. 250 miles.
away
Yeah.
from where your home, your kids,
Right.
and your life, what you need to take care of. And so you're taking, 3, 4, 7 days out of a week to go and take care of someone, and it gets to take a toll on you, right?
Mhm.
But and as I said before, we may make it look easy, and we share this because, we could come back on and
It's
you
just
have
like
no
nothing
idea.
happened. Right.
right. But
Yeah.
the point is to share this with people because, you have family that's there to celebrate the good times, but you also need family there to help you, pick you up, dust you off, get you back on your way.
Oh, just a phone call.
Be
I mean,
there
like
when you need
it.
them.
Right. And we all
when
need
they
it.
you.
Right. So that brings me to the younger generation right now, right? And the things that the younger generations will say to their elders without any regard
Yeah.
because they want to be respected. I have a problem with that, but
Or they wanna be right.
but that's my problem, right? there are things that have, been said or whatever that I would never say to my aunts and uncles. They had the right. They earned the right to tell me their point of view, and it was my job to sit there and listen, whether I agree with it or not, because they didn't say it in a disrespectful way, but they earned that right to tell me and try to guide me in a way that they thought was the best way, because it wasn't out of no harm or anything like that. So as a person coming up and being young, I listened, whether I agree. Now I might have went around a corner and said something that I didn't appreciate or whatever, but I didn't say it in front of them, and I didn't tell them anything that they need to respect, or my delivery isn't great or anything. I would never say that to them, and I wouldn't say it to them now. I wouldn't say that to my father right now. If I disagree with something, I go, oh, okay. Now I get in the car and I might have a different conversation with myself, but I would never say that to him about anything. I would never go toe-to-toe with them. So to my young people out there, I'll tell you something that my father told me. I'm just as old over you now as the day you were born. You will never catch me in age. So just remember that, whether you disagree or whatever with your family members, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brothers, your aunts, your uncles, they have knowledge. And 9 times out of 10, they're telling you stuff for your highest good. You need to just listen. Stop arguing, thinking that you're right and you got all the answers, because you don't. Now, when you look back 10 years later, you'll find out how much you don't know, or how smart your parents and your uncle and aunties were. So you need to just sit back and understand that. That's one thing I have a problem with my young people on. I need you guys to hear.
Disrespect.
It ain't about earning no respect. It's a one-sided thing when you coming up. If they doing it from a loving space, and they're telling you good stuff, whether you like it or not, you need to take heed to
They
it.
don't
You
want to
need
listen.
to get somewhere
young folks
and
think
listen.
they know it all. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen. They think they have the answers to everything. They got an excuse for everything. And so that's why, they find themselves in situations that they're in, because they don't want to take the time to say, well, maybe this person knows what they're talking about. No, they want to tell you, they want to defend their position instead of just listening. We had a guest on, and so and you guys, it'll be coming out one day, but we had a guest on, and at the end of our podcast, we always ask people to drop a gem, and she said the biggest gem I would say is that we should, what did she say?
We should listen to hear.
Spend more time listening to hear, not to respond, not to think that we know the answer. We'll have a time to respond later, but listening to hear. And lots of times, people just don't do that, because in their, young people, they think that I have a right to say this, I have a right to say that. And the thing is that we blur the lines with respect and things like that. And I just hope that the same, respect and morals and standards that have been instilled in us to take care of our uncle, that can continue to go on. But this generation, what they're being exposed to and what they think and how they feel, so it's breaking down the family and the bonds that hold the family together. Right. So we are only as strong as our weakest link. And if everybody has to be that one strong, I'm the head link, then that, where does that leave everybody can't be the lock. Everybody can't be the head link, and so anyway, but what are the comments? I'm sorry.
America said, Mama was no joke. She put the fear of God in us. She would tell me to go get a switch off the tree, and if I bring back the little one, she's going to give it to me double. I had nothing but respect for the both of them. And that's what I'm talking about. That has been lost, man. That has been lost.
And at that time, you may not have appreciated or understood it, but it's something about, looking back and saying, that instilled in me something that I really needed, right? So you hit a child today or threaten to hit him, and they like, you don't have a right to hit me. And, or Lord have mercy, when I saw this video, they want to fight you back.
Right.
Yeah. So how many videos have we seen parents fighting their kids?
Right.
Like, what is going on? What is going on?
And that's why you have
Just
people not taking
crazy.
care of their grandmothers or family members, because they just don't have that bond. They don't have that respect. They don't look at them the same way. Vanya said, boy, true. Yeah, this is a
dumb, lost generation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That is. They are educated, but then with that education, but see, the thing is, they feel like, hey, I'm smarter than you. I know more. I have more book sense. Yeah, but you know what? That's only going to
Depending
take you
on
so far.
Who wrote the book
Right.
and what perspective they wanted you to know it from.
Right.
So, so we just have to be careful because
But I did want to I did want to say that because I think that is lost. I don't need to be your equal. I don't need to have fun with you. If I'm older than you, I'm going to give you my 2 cents. Whether you want it or not. Sometimes, I mean, if I feel like that you may be going in the
it's
wrong
the old
direction,
man in him, y'all,
right?
is coming
I
out.
just say, hey, listen, man, that's not how a young man's supposed to handle things. You know what? You're wrong for that. You need to, you need to respect the lady. You need to do this. You need to do that. I tell them just as if I would tell my own kids. So
But
it's up to them to listen.
so we wanted to come on and share with you guys now. If there's any questions or anything you guys want to know, we just wanted to kind of, let you know we weren't just disappeared. We didn't just disappear in thin air. So hopefully we can be on every Friday after this, and hopefully we can get Uncle Nelson maybe on one Friday. I don't know. That would be really, really nice. But him and technology is kind of questionable. We on FaceTime and he trying to put it up to his ear. So, just being able to get it. What do you say? Much prayers is needed for our youth. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we need to continue to guide them and show them because they think they have the answers and they're so busy trying to be different from what they think the norm is that they're being the same with themselves. All of the youth is being the same. They're following each other instead of thinking they don't want to follow. Well, that's what your generation did. I don't want to do that.
Right.
Well, so it's we have to continue to pray, continue to guide, continue to believe that that they can be molded. We just have to be the example.
For sure. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely.
It kind of reminds me of, like when the minister, says that, at a transition service, you talk about this is your born date. This is that dash in between. And they're normally talking about your transition time, right? So we're in that dash. What are you doing now? What are you doing during that dash to say what your whole life is all about? That's what it's all about, right? As I was going back and forth and I was in the yard watering the flowers the other day, and I was like, wow, I'm in that dash period of what is my life really all about? Helping people, being there for people, doing this, supporting my family, helping my family, guiding youth in the way that they should be. Just the little things that you kind of reach out to do. And that's like, you know what? I'm kind of fulfilled. That makes me feel real good. It's not all about, you're going to make money, you're going to do this. But me helping out, that meant the world to me. For someone, now I'm a great nephew. For someone to want to think enough of you to say, hey, can you come and help me, made me super proud. I'm like, you went past a whole bunch of people before you got to me, and you want me to come and help you? Sure, I can do that. I can drop what I'm doing to come help you out. Yeah. So that's why I just feel proud that, you thought enough of me to even want to do that. What's that? Well, I know. Y'all did an amazing job. Remember, God will strengthen you for your journey. Yep. You know what? And I received that blessing when he started getting up, cooking for himself, and being his old self. I was super happy.
So, guys, this is another story. he wanted some more cornbread. Out of the blue, he was like, I want some cornbread.
So I jump up, go to the store, and get a box of Jiffy.
Jason goes back and get 2 boxes of Jiffy, right?
Yep.
I'm making it. He tells me, I don't want no Jiffy. And so I said, Jason, did you tell him it was Jiffy?
I didn't say. I
said, you
didn't
take
say
that
anything.
anyway. Jason takes him to him. This is Jiffy. I
I
don't want no
Jiffy. So
how you gonna say what you don't want? You're not even cooking.
I'm like, bro, you're gonna have to eat this, right?
So I have to. I'm like, who knows how to make hot water cornbread? So we joke, right? We joke. So he was a cook. He cooked all the time, right? I guess at 17, you have to know how to cook or survive. His daughter is not a very big cook. Lorraine, you out there? So we tease her. He said to her one time, you don't cook very much, do you? And so that's like a running joke. So I'm looking around the kitchen. I'm Lorraine, where's this? Where's that? Where's the other? I said, yeah, you don't cook very much, do you? So she got all the fancy stuff, but the basic stuff you need, we couldn't find. So I had to get on, Lord, who can I call? And it just so happened Jason's sister was there a couple of weeks back, and she had bought some high rising, a self
Self-rising,
rising, or some kind
yeah,
of rising
cornmeal.
cornmeal. Because I don't cook that. I'm not Southern. I mean, you know, I don't eat cornbread. We don't. I don't know. I don't make that. So, I was saved. So I had to make a whole. Then I had to do it in the pot. You know, on top of the stove and all of that. So this good.
Yeah,
This good.
but he sucked that up. He
I
was
don't
so
want
happy.
no jiffy.
He said, "Now this is it right here. This tastes good. This tastes good." I said, "Okay, all right, mine is cool."
Oh, people are funny. And then they can really get on your nerves too.
Yeah.
Because they're honest and whatever they thinking. So he told me, I don't want no banana. I said, I don't care. Ask you what you wanted. It ain't about, I don't feel like eating no banana. It's not about feelings. It's about what you need.
Right.
You need the potassium. He was like, well, I don't need it right now. You need it right now. But so we just wanted to let you guys know we will be back. And so next Friday, I think we have another guest on. I don't even know. We've been so tired. Also, you guys have
Bonnie
not-
said your cornbread skills have gotten top notch, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, top
Yes.
flight.
Loretta, so I called Loretta, which is Jason's sister, and she was like, just follow the directions on the back. I was like, I can do that. I can do that. Because at first I was going to call someone else. And then I sat down to my phone to call that person, and Loretta's name and number just came up. So God directed me to Loretta, because if I hadn't called Loretta, I wouldn't have known that she had bought the cornmeal, and I would have been trying to run out to the store and get some more cornmeal. And so it was just, thank God. Thank God. So, and then the thing is that he wants it now.
Mm-hmm.
You make a whole pan, and then he wants something else in 5 minutes, and he doesn't want to go back to that.
Right.
So
we
he doesn't
done with
like
that. Yep.
leftovers.
Yep.
He does not like leftovers.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it was.
I made him a big old pancake with eggs and bacon and all the trimmings, grits and all that, and then literally he eats all of it,
Yeah.
goes in the room, calls Jason, and say, "What you got in there to eat?" I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me."
you got some more bacon in there? I was like, yeah.
We give him a chicken leg. He asks for chicken leg, and he sends it back. Say, "You know what? I want some gravy
Oh my
and
goodness.
rice. I want some rice and gravy
I said-
with it. I want
I said-
some wet
I said-
chicken."
I said, man, I don't even know how to make gravy from scratch. I'm like, what do you think I'm doing here?
Jason had the
I had-
gravy looking like
Mashed potatoes. It was horrid, right? He's sitting in the thing. You got to put some more water in that
he
thing.
was sitting next to
Oh,
the
my
stove
gosh.
trying to show Jason. Jason had the flour looking like mashed potatoes. I was like, Jason, move out the way. He had the flour all clumped up, didn't have enough hot water in it. It was a time, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of
But
running.
he got
and
his gravy and he got his
Rice.
rice
and-
and he ate probably about a fourth of the chicken leg, but he was happy.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he was done with that.
Yep. So we are going to be back next Friday, guys. And if you guys haven't had a chance, so when we had literally just gotten to town Tuesday, we had just gotten town Tuesday before our anniversary and before our podcast comes out on Wednesday. When we came in from Michigan on Tuesday, I dumped those loads of clothes and put some new clothes in before we were going to the conference. We sat down and we had to record our podcast for last week, and we talked about Jason and our journey. So we talked about how it started,
Yep.
how it's going,
Mm-hmm.
how tired we were.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I got real emotional last week.
You did. You
because
shed a
I
tear
was
too.
just-
You did. I
Not
really
only was it
appreciate
our anniversary, but I was tired, and when you're really tired, you just get vulnerable. and
We
so-
got the truth on that episode.
and I'm still tired now, so I
Yeah.
think I'm a little vulnerable too, talking about certain things. But
yeah.
so if you haven't gotten a chance to listen to last week's episode, it was about me and Jason and what we've learned, lessons learned, and things like that. So if you haven't had a chance to look at it, please go back and listen to it. Is that the one? Marriage and relationship?
Marriage and relationship, total commitment required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we talk about how it's important to be when you-
Episode 102.
So when you first get married, to have the mindset going into marriage to be totally committed to the marriage, to each other, to what it requires, what it takes. We may not know everything that a marriage is going to entail, but I can tell you one thing. If you're totally committed to it, then it doesn't matter what comes up. You'll be able to work through it together. And I think I'm a little tired because I think I'm getting emotional again about talking about 31 years of marriage and just the ups, the downs, the commitment, the sitting
sacrifice.
in the dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sitting in the dark and asking yourself, is
this
it
what
worth it? Is this
Right.
what I want? Like what's going on? Like,
Right.
sometimes I
I'm
would
not
say,
supposed to be happy all the time.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Sometimes I would sit and say, we had an argument or disagreement. I was upset. Like, this is not the way I saw this going, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes we start a conversation, and in the middle of the conversation, either somebody says something that was not very nice, or it's somewhere in the conversation, it takes a left turn, and then you look, and next thing you know, right? you play it in your mind over and over again before your mate comes home, and this is how it's gonna go, and this is gonna how to go, and this is how it's gonna go, and then when you sit down and you actually start talking, and temperatures get start rising, and then it takes a left turn, and now you pissed off, you mad, and you going, this is not how it played out in my head.
Right.
Like,
This
what
is not how conversation was supposed to go.
right. So what did they say?
Yeah, America said, thank you so much for being a blessing to us. Hey, listen, you know what? We're a blessing to each other. We're family, man.
Can you
You know,
can you go
I
down?
appreciate what you do. Yep. Listen, hey, I seen it. I mean, like, I was there when Aunt Callie was sick. I was around. I mean, like, everybody jump in, all hands on deck, and do what they need to do. I get it. Vanya, oh my God, yeah, that was some
Yes.
funny. That was some funny stuff. It was. We were in the kitchen. We were in the kitchen cooking, and I don't want this and all this other stuff. But it was fun. It was fun. I want to keep repeating it, but it was fun though.
Fun at times and very, very challenging at others.
Right.
Because you know what? Truth be told, when you're really tired and you haven't had a lot of sleep, and so that first until Lorraine came home, the first 3-4 days, we slept in Lorraine's room, which was right down the hall from his room, and he didn't.
I
he
kind
wa-
of put it out there. I said, Unc, I really need some rest. I said, 'cause if you could sleep
Jason.
if you could sleep through the night, I would kind of appreciate that.
It's like he was afraid to go to sleep. I'm like,
Yeah.
I really wanted to say, you know how I said now it was sort of like those new parents, and you don't realize how much how much sleep you're not gonna get. You're like sleep deprivated, and so you're like baby shaking syndrome. You're like, go to sleep. That's what you wanted to do. You're like, he's calling you again. And if Jason don't answer, Tina. So it's like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3:30, 3:45,
like-
4 o'clock, 4:15. You like, and then that's why we said the next day when he went to sleep,
We were
we're sleeping.
It was like,
we're,
that's it.
we're gonna go.
Right.
I never go to sleep during the day. I'm like, we are going to sleep, and we all slept for about 2 or 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Whenever
like,
she-
he ain't getting it on us this time. We going to sleep. Jason was like, oh, I'm so tired. So what did Vanya say? This is-
Lava. What's going on, girl? How are you? You two are such a blessing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being a beautiful example of marriage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, it ain't always easy.
It is not easy. It's
I need you to bring my mom to your uncle so they can talk to each other. You know what?
Exactly.
And that's what they miss, because every time he wants to tell a story, he says something, he goes, oh, they're not around anymore. They gone. Or, you just don't have any friends. It's just, I'm like, wow, you didn't kind of like outlived everybody in that age bracket. It's just interesting. Yeah,
and
it's
so
nice to have somebody around
we
your
all-
own age
we
to talk
also
about.
felt for Lorraine because we were in the basement. So when Lorraine got home from the hospital, she was very weak, very tired. She needed some time to recuperate and get her, bearings back. And so at night, when we put him to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, we're thinking everybody's gonna go to sleep. Jason and I go downstairs, go to sleep, and I could hear, Lorraine walking and talking, yeah, daddy. So he just wouldn't sleep. He was up all night. So, I felt bad for her because once she came home, she was up all night with him. And so she was tired. And it was, it was a lot. It's a lot. And so, I mean, if any family members are out there and want to go help him, they still need it because he's not 100% back to himself. And like I told her, I said with proper care, meaning that he's being fed all the time, he's taking his medication on time, he's getting up, he's doing things, he's walking around. He probably has another good 10, 15 years in him.
Yeah, we
But
go to
it's
hospital.
all the mindset.
Yeah,
It's
we go
all-
to hospital. They go, man, you are in good shape.
He's so, it's just that when you get older and you can't. That was the other. That was the funny stuff I wanted to tell you guys, right? So a way that Jason and I, we're gonna get out of here, but a way that Jason and I relieved some stress when Lorraine finally.
We asked his nurse, Vanya, about melatonin. Yeah, we sure did.
You think I didn't?
Yeah, we were
I was
talking
like,
about that.
I'm gonna get some liquid
He
melatonin.
said it only works if your body don't produce it.
Or if you have a deficiency.
If you have a
That's what
deficiency.
the nurse said. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't believe
No,
that
he said
because
if you have a deficiency. in
I
it.
don't believe that's true.
Oh.
Because, like I said, I don't believe because I know people have taken melatonin
Yeah.
and it helped them sleep.
Yeah, I understand that.
And
but
I don't
said-
think it's a deficiency.
I don't know, but we had to speak
you
it up.
gotta-
We had to take it talk it over with his doctor.
Yeah, so
So-
we'll wait for his doctor. But
right.
yeah, we talked about some
Oh yeah, we
melatonin.
talked about some melatonin.
But this is the thing, guys. So this is some crazy stuff, right? So when Lorraine finally got back, and since he's up all night, he wants to sleep during the day. So I was like, Jason, we have to make it to the gym. We got to get to the gym to relieve some stress. Even though it's funny about it, you're tired, you can barely move. But I'm like, I need to go to the gym because it rejuvenates me, right? It's gonna give me some energy.
Yeah,
Read
that's
those
that's
messages.
because Vicky's on there showing off. She's at the gym and she got all the time. I'm like, I want to go to the
We
gym.
need to-
I'm
we
like,
need to get to the
I'm
gym.
like, I need to get to the gym so bad.
But this is what's funny. We tell Uncle Nelson, we're going to the gym. We be back in an hour. Don't move. We fed him everything under the sun. We cooked him. I was like, hey Jason, let's stuff him so he don't get up while we're gone, right? We go to the gym for 1 hour. He's in the bed, knocked out. Jason, all right, let's go here. Why do we walk in the door? Smoke everywhere. He got up trying to cook him some okra, y'all. He tried to left the okra on the stove,
Yeah.
burnt the whole pot up.
I said,
smoke
what?
everywhere.
I said,
Lorraine's in her room, sleep.
I'm like,
I'm like, that's one of them times you wanna. I said, you gonna make me tie you to your bed? Some senior abuse.
I said,
Uncle Nelson, I'm gonna tie you to the bed.
I said, come on. I said, oh man.
This.
Yeah, I had a
We
taste for.
laughed about it.
I had a taste for some okra. I said, okay, all right,
Uncle
I got
Nelson,
you.
you can't cook out of the kitchen. He goes and put the okra on, and he goes to get back in the bed.
And
forgot
fell asleep. Yep.
pot burnt up, house smoke. I said,
I came back. I said, "What's on?" I said, "Oh my goodness, yeah."
so
Yeah.
So y'all. The next day, Jason and I had to go to the gym. What y'all think we did? I took all the knobs off the stove
And locked the stove.
and locked the stove. I cut a big old piece of cake, left it on the stove with a
Wrote a note.
Uncle Nelson, this is for you. Get you some ice cream out the freezer and then get back in the bed. No cooking. So when we left, we took all the knobs off the stove and put them up. Right, y'all? He calls Lorraine. He screamed at Lorraine. She's like, what, Daddy? She comes, says she come running. Where the knobs on the stove? I don't know, Daddy. Well, who would do that? What happened to the He was so upset. Got him, outsmarted him. He thought he was going to outsmart us. What are you doing
I said,
cooking?
"Man, I couldn't even get away for an hour." I was like, "Yeah, I know." How to, boy,
He is too funny. And then
Latoya, what's going on, darling?
that
Yeah,
ain't cooked enough.
love you, family.
It was
yeah,
funny. It
of what
was
you do.
funny.
We love you too, Toya. We love you too,
Latanya.
Latanya. We really appreciate you.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, Latanya.
I see. I didn't get tired. Well, I can't even.
So guys, we still extremely tired.
Yes, Vicky, it is a great stress reliever. Yes,
We
it
got
is.
off the road, got straight off the road, and went straight to the gym. We didn't even come home.
Yep.
We just went straight to the gym, went got something to eat, and then come and do our live.
Yep.
So we are, woo!
Yeah, it's been a fun experience, and I'm sure we'll be back soon.
But one thing that did suffer, if anybody wants to know, our flowers. Our flowers did suffer.
I spent all that money on the flowers,
They
and then
they just this big. And some
Yeah.
of them didn't. We asked our boys, and I called my daughter. Can you go up to my house
can
and
somebody
water 'em?"
please water my? Thank God it rained the past couple of days. It kind of came back up, but they were looking real puny. Real
So
puny.
we gotta bring those back to
Right,
life. So
right.
hopefully we'll be here, Friday at our own place. I want to be in my own bed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, his
His
heart is in the right place, and his spirit is willing.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just the body that's not
Operating
cooperating.
right.
Oh, his body was cooperating because it kept letting him get up.
Yeah, he'd get up. I mean, when he was hungry, and it wasn't. I don't need to ask anybody. I can cook it myself. So, and that's what he's accustomed to,
Right,
which is fine.
right.
I
He's
get
used
it.
to cooking because Lorraine doesn't cook, so he's used to doing all the cooking. And his mind, and that's what I said. His mind is sharp, right? He was just a little tired, right? You said his body not cooperating, but it was cooperating enough to go to, and then you catch him in the kitchen doing something. What you doing, Uncle Nelson? Oh, nothing. Can you help me back to my room? How'd you get in here?
Yeah,
How'd you get in here, Uncle
yeah.
Nelson?
You need some help to get back in the room, but you sure walked in there with no problem.
But it was, you guys, it was so funny though. When we said we were leaving, and he just literally fell out. Oh, I'm so sick. Is nothing wrong with you, Uncle Nelson? Yes, it is. I had never felt this way before. He's just too funny. He's just too funny.
It was kind of comical.
But it was heart touching. He didn't want us to go.
Right.
I told Lorraine, he said, please don't leave me here with her. And she said, please don't leave me here with him. I told him they need to pack up and move on to Chicago. Where
I
all
told
their
him that
family is
too.
at.
I said, man, listen, if I got to keep coming over here, I'm gonna pack you up and put you in the car, and you're gonna come back to the old Windy City. So he kind of laughed about it. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of joking, but I'm not kind
So
of joking.
I just want to tell you guys, thank God for makeup, because you can put it on and still make you look a little better.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Woo! Jason's like, Tina, what you doing? I said, I'm trying to make HELL look like heaven. That's what I'm trying to do. They're trying to get it together. So it's a lot, and that's what we're used to doing. That's what we do.
Thanks, Lava.
We
We
always
appreciate it.
running.
Yeah, we're gonna get some rest. Yep. And you know what? My flowers are coming back. I'm appreciative. God got me on the flower tip. Yeah, I really appreciate it. If not, I'll just
So-
buy some more. It's no big deal. But
So
this was
now
something.
it's time for us to focus all our attention and get back to business. So we will be back at our regularly scheduled program time every Friday. Next week we have a guest on. Who's our guest next week?
I'm not sure. You know, this is funny. So we have like episodes in the can, right? We've recorded, and we got a editing company that edits. I haven't had time to even get the podcast off to the editing people, which has been interesting. So we had to sit down at the last minute sometime and record, but we got so many recorded that we need to do. So that's
So we will have a guest on next week. We're not
Yep.
sure who it is right now. We
Yep,
had a
we'll
list
find
of it,
out.
but we will have a guest,
Yep.
and we want you guys to tune in next week. If you have any problem situations, ideas,
need to be
whatever
prayed
during
for,
the
any of
week,
that stuff. Yeah.
anything during the week, just send it to us or write it down so that we can address it on Friday. So we are here for you. Like I said, go back and listen to our episode. Jason and I
107
celebrated
102.
our 31st anniversary.
Yep.
Hopefully another 50 years to go.
There you go,
So,
baby.
I don't know. When he starts getting old and ugly, I'm gonna shake him.
Yeah, shake me. Hey, you know what? Grab
he
some of
gets
that
to be-
makeup and put on me.
He gets to be a bit
Right.
much sometimes.
Yep.
So, but God is good. Life is good. We're gonna continue to, hopefully, do what God put on our heart to do.
Yep. So this has been a live recording of the Love and Beyond the I Do podcast. And we appreciate you guys chiming in and being a part of that. You will get this in your audio feed. So you'll look up and you'll see a new release of the Love and Beyond the I Do podcast. It will be this. So thank you
right.
so much.
Are there any other questions you get?
I got everybody in, babe. Yep.
what
we
did we
got
say?
we got
Okay.
all we
All
got
right. Okay.
everything in, babe.
All right.
All right. So we
all right.
appreciate you guys, and hey,
Hey,
take care, family.
or remember, so as Jason and Neff always say, right? What do we always say, Jason, of our podcast? And remember,
We're in it to win it.
But I want to let you guys know, and I know you want to end it, but I want to
Mm-hmm.
say this. When we say we're in it to win it, it's not just marriage. We're in it to win it in life. We're in it to win it in marriage. We're in it to win it in family. We're in it to win it in support. We're in it to win it in spirituality. We're in it to win it in every area of our life. And we want you guys to be in it to win it also. So when things seem to be going wrong, or you're down, or things aren't going your way, just remember, say to yourself, I'm in it to win it. It's not enough just to be in the game. Sometimes you got to push yourself and be in it to win it.
That's
All
right.
right?
You just don't show up. You got to show up and show out.
That's right. That's right. That's
Great
right.
discussion. Thanks. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Listen, without you guys, there's no us. So we really appreciate that. You know, we really appreciate you taking time out on a Friday to hang out with us. It's really been a blast. Happy anniversary, and have a blessed weekend. Thank you.
Thank you,
We're gonna go
thank
get
you.
some much needed rest.
Yes.
And we'll go from there, Lanice. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Rita Lindsay.
That's right.
I'm in it to win it. That's right. Hey, this thing is, life is tough sometimes. So we've got to roll with the punches,
So Rita
and being
Lindsay, Rita
grateful.
Lindsay is my sister-in-law. That's Jason's sister. And so I sent her a picture of the pot when he burnt it up. She was like, throw that thing out. Then the next picture I sent her where I had cleaned it. And she was like, what? I was like, I got some tips from my Hispanic sister-in-laws. So they taught me years ago how to clean pots. And so I actually was able to get all the burntness from the outside and the inside and restore the pot back to new.
Yeah, he was surprised too. Uncle Nelson was when he saw that pot too. He thought that thing was in the garbage.
So we saved them in more than one way.
Yep, that's
You
for
never
sure.
know what I got up my sleeve.
All right, so it's time for us to get out of here. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week. The podcast comes out on Wednesday, and we'll be right back here on Friday.
And remember, everybody, we're in
In
it
it
to win it.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Lovin' Beyond the I Do podcast. Head over to iTunes to subscribe and leave a review. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Legendary Relationship, or visit our website at legendaryrelationship.com. Till next time, remember to make every day count.